Hello FPL managers and welcome to our Gameweek 8 preview. Let's start as usual with some stats and facts. Norwich have only lost one of their last 13 home league matches in 2019 and have scored at least twice in 17 of the last 18. Only Watford with 33 have conceded more Premier League away goals in 2019 than Chelsea's 27, yet the Blues have won their last two on the road despite conceding twice both times. Everton's last 4 goals in all competitions have been scored by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is now looking to find the net in 4 consecutive appearances for the first time in his career. Concerning clean sheets odds, City, Spurs, and the Hammers have the highest clean sheets odds in this game week. Check out the rest of the list for the odds of all the other teams. Time for some fixtures analysis. Best fixtures for attackers: Man City. We are heading into Game Week 8 and the citizens are yet to score less than 2 goals in the 7 games played. Their 27 goals are 9 more than their closest rival Liverpool, a mouth-watering fixture schedule for City as they'll be playing 3 of their next 4 games at the Etihad, hosting the likes of Wolves and Villa. Both those teams have conceded 40 shots from inside the box in the last 4 games. Pep's side has scored 14 goals in 3 games at home, including that 8-0 demolishing of Watford. Aguero and De Bruyne are the top 2 highest FPL point scorers, but the latter is out for injury for Game Week 8. Worst fixtures for attackers: Crystal Palace. The Eagles have only managed to find the back of the net 5 times from open play in 7 games, with 2 of them being scored by Jordan Ayew. It won't get any easier as they now have one of the hardest fixture schedules, having to face 2 of the Big 6 and play Leicester and West Ham the next 4 games. Their 27 shots on target are only bettered by 5 other teams and tied with Everton. Palace's talisman Zaha still hasn't found the back of the net, just avoid every Palace player. Best fixtures for defenders: West Ham. 5th place West Hammers are in great form, especially defensively, getting 3 clean sheets in their last 4 games. But now Fabianski is injured and FPL managers are looking elsewhere for a replacement. West Ham's second choice Roberto might be a great pick for the short term, considering that the Hammers have favourable fixtures coming up. They are facing 4 goal-shy teams in the next 5 game weeks, namely Palace, Everton, Sheffield and Newcastle. None of them have scored more than 7 goals this season. Ogbonna and Diop could be great budget picks for the next few game weeks, but Cresswell appears to be the best pick in that West Ham backline, as he scored in his past 2 appearances. Their right back Fredericks also deserves a mention. Worst fixtures for defenders: Newcastle. Scoring is a problem for Newcastle, but conceding is their biggest problem. They have now conceded 13 goals in their 7 games, that's only lower than Watford 20 and Norwich 17. It doesn't get any better fixture-wise for the Magpies, as they'll play United and Chelsea back-to-back and then host a resurgent Wolves side before making a trip to West Ham. It's difficult to see where they'll start getting clean sheets. Their 5-0 demolishing at the hands of Leicester in Game Week 7 definitely showed how fragile Newcastle's defense is. It doesn't look good for the Magpies, so avoid. Moving on to our budget picks. Peters. No other defender has provided more assists than Peters, 3 in the opening 7 game weeks, level with Trent Alexander-Arnold. On top of his potential to deliver key passes, Peters is a member of Burnley's backline, who is well known for being solid and closing up on opponents, especially at Turf Moor Stadium. Opponents Everton have been struggling to score goals lately, finding the net only once in 3 away games. Kyle Walker-Peters. Starting the season as a right back for Spurs, an injury and competition by Serge Aurier relegated KWP to the bench since the 4th game week, a role he should be employed back in now that Aurier is suspended. Although he's yet to provide any so far, Walker-Peters delivered 5 assists in 562 minutes of football in the previous 2 seasons. That is the equivalent of an assist every 130 minutes. Opponents Brighton scored only 1 goal in the last 5 game weeks and historically have just 2 goals against Tottenham in their last 4 encounters. Saka. Following a breakout performance against Frankfurt in Europa League, Arsenal's currently rising star started both of their last matches, grabbing an assist against Manchester United this past Monday. A favourable upcoming run of fixtures, with the Gunners playing 3 out of their next 4 game weeks at Emirates Stadium against Bournemouth, Crystal Palace and Wolves. Opponents Bournemouth have conceded an average of 2 goals per game in the last 5 matches. Our favorite differentials for Game Week 8 are Mahrez. Mahrez is beginning to look like a real fantasy option once again, with KDB injured and B Silva possibly facing a ban. The door seems open for Mahrez to cement a regular place in the starting lineup. He's in great form. In the last 5 games he has more shots on target than any other City player despite only starting 3 games. He also has the second highest number of attempted assists, 16 after KDB. Mahrez is priced at 8.5 mil. Man City play Wolves, Palace, Villa and Southampton in the next 4 games, nothing more to say. Alonso. With Emerson injured, Alonso could be in the team for a few weeks at least. Last week versus Brighton, Chelsea dominated the game and Alonso was on fire. He was unlucky not to get a goal or an assist on top of the clean sheet. Expect Chelsea to dominate in the next few games, as well as their next 5 opponents are Southampton, Newcastle, Burnley, Watford and Palace. I see a lot of clean sheets and attacking potential in most of these games for Alonso, who has 30 goals or assists in the previous 3 seasons. Yarmolenko. Lastly, we have a player who scored 5 in 10 starts for West Ham. Yarmolenko is already proving he can score goals in the Premier League. He's finally over the injury which sidelined him for 9 months. West Ham are playing attacking football with Yarmolenko, Ederson, Haller and Lanzini, and with Yarmolenko costing a mere 6 mil, he perhaps seems like the most desirable. He has the most shots on target in the past 4 games among West Ham players, with 6 equal to Haller. He has 3 goals in 4 games and 8 attempted assists too, and the cherry on top of the cake is the Hammer's fine fixture list. Our recommended captain picks for Game Week 8 are Aubameyang, Pukki and Aguero. Now let's finish this preview with some frequently asked questions. First question is the Pukki party over yet? A blank at Selhurst Park in Game Week 7 has ensured that the goalless run for Teemu Pukki has extended for the second successive match, most notably that both blanks came away from home, though Pukki was unlucky not to score in those matches, having had 5 shots, 3 of them on target. Although Pukki's away form may still be a concern for many FPL managers, he is yet to blank at home soil this season, registering 5 goals and 2 assists at Carrow Road so far. Keeping in mind that 2 of the next 3 matches for Pukki and Norwich will be held at home, including a very appealing fixture against Aston Villa, who are yet to keep a clean sheet on the road this season, conceding 7 goals in their 3 away matches so far. We are keeping faith in the Finnish man to get attacking returns in the favourable fixtures to come. Plus, considering that he's only owned by 44.5% of managers, the damage he can do to your overall ranking is just too much. Second question, keep or sell Barnes? Should we trade him with Wood? After registering 4 goals in the first 3 game weeks of the season, Ashley Barnes is now without any attacking returns for the 4th straight match, while Chris Wood have found the back of the net 3 times in his last couple of matches. Wood has deployed in the middle in Burnley's attack by Sean Dyche, while Barnes took the left wing spot, which may bode well for Wood in the upcoming fixtures. Looking closely to their underlying statistics in the last 2 games, Wood has managed 6 shots, 4 on target, while Barnes has 5 with only 1 on target. However, Barnes can be written off quickly, as he always remains the main threat for Burnley attack, and with the kind of form he has shown in the preseason and in the first 3 game weeks, we believe he deserves a chance. So if you already have Barnes in your team, we recommend waiting for another game week or even 2 before considering the swap. If you don't own him, then you can go straight for Wood. Third question, keep or sell Lucas Digne? After registering 23 points in the first 4 game weeks, Digne has now returned only 2 points in the following 3, while many FPL managers had glimmers of hope for attacking returns for Digne. Everton have scored twice in the last 3 game weeks, which further reduces the appeal of not only Digne, but all other Everton assets in general. Adding to their attacking misery, the Toffees were very sloppy at the back, conceding 12 goals in their last 5 matches, with neither clean sheets nor attacking returns, and considering Everton's current poor form, we believe it is the right time to offload the former Barcelona man. What should we do with Man United defenders? De Gea, Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Manchester United have now only kept 3 clean sheets in their last 24 games in all competitions since last season. No wonder why many FPL managers are considering selling their defensive assets. However, United will be enjoying a very appealing run of fixtures between now and Game Week 14, except a home match versus Liverpool in Game Week 9 after the international break. We are giving a last chance for Manchester United defensive assets for the trip to St James Park to face a Newcastle side who only found the back of the net 4 times since the start of the season. As the Red Devils failed to earn a clean sheet this time, sell their defenders. This is it for this preview. Visit our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily tips and updates. Thank you guys for watching and peace!